Aha.
Garden.
Da ist der Garten.
Left door.
Da haben wir die linke Tür.
Main door.
Das ist die Haupttür.
Right door. Right door.
Rechte Tür. Was ist denn da?
Open.
Hey, can you see it's occupied?
Oops, sorry. Right door.
Das muss wohl das Klo gewesen sein.
Main door.
Okay. Ja, jetzt haben wir die Wahl. Die Haupttür oder die linke Tür?
Garden. Left main door.
Ich denke, wir gehen mal hier rein.
Open. Well, I would say this is the kitchen, but I'll spare the commentary on all this high-tech stuff. It looks to me as if I've ended up in some kind of hippie commune, where the people have gone back to the basics of nature. Or else, it's a theme park from the hairy age. Country house. Metal plate.
Okay, was haben wir
Look
da?
at a metal plate which I would say has been beaten into shape with really heavy blows. It's placed right over the hearth and has got an enormous hinge as if it could be moved.
Okay.
Hearth. Look at. It's not exactly glass ceramic. It reminds me more of a campfire. It's even got smouldering ashes.
Okay, also das ist wohl der Herd.
Kitchen utensils on the ledge. Look at. If you've got to cook with these dirty, bent iron utensils, these black pots covered in dents, well, I'm not going to be the one to see if the soup's got enough salt in it. Old lady.
Okay.
Look at. Am I hallucinating, or is that lady making bread? Or cakes? Or something like that? Haven't these crazy hippies got a baker's close by? Seems to me this lady isn't up to this kind of work anymore.
Okay. Das scheint wirklich eine etwas komische, Kommune, wie er sagt, zu sein. Irgendeine Hippie-Kommune. Ich habe eher eine andere Vermutung. Nein, natürlich weiß ich's schon. Aber ich habe natürlich eine andere Vermutung.
Cupboard with table service.
Okay, schauen wir uns den mal an, das Regal mit dem...
Look at. Wow, they've got out the best dinner service. Plates, glasses, everything in handmade pottery and covered in little geometric patterns. And what's this? What's it called? I've seen it in a comic. Yes, those are amphoras.
Ach, die habe ich im Comic gesehen. Das müssen Amphoren sein. Klar, die sieht man auch in Comics. Ja gut, wenn es in Comics darum geht, ja. Ich finde es aber ehrlich gesagt schade, dass man das dann... Ach nee, ich weiß auch nicht, keine Ahnung. Aber das liegt wahrscheinlich auch daran, dass ich so keine Comics gelesen habe. Deswegen... Naja, gut, okay, wenn man es aus Comics kennt, auch gut. Ist ja auch eine Bildung, ne? Und das meine ich jetzt nicht herablassend. Nur, dass man mal Bescheid weiß.
Basket.
Ein Korb.
Look at. Maybe I'll be lucky with this basket. Let's see. Hey man, this is my lucky day. This is... goodness knows what. Barley, wheat. Very nice and nutritious, but a bit coarse to eat raw.
Aha, okay. Das Barley ist, glaube ich, Hafer. Wheat ist Weizen. Also das heißt, das ganze Getreide ist da geschichtet.
Fish in pickle. Look at. Great, at last, something to eat. Well, in a manner of speaking. There's just figs, walnuts, olives, and this kind of... sticky, salty fish that smells disgusting.
Okay.
Patio and arched walkway.
Also ein eingelegter Fisch war das. So.
Fish in pickle. Basket. Cupboard with table service. Old lady.
Da diesen einen Weg, einen Weg, den wir gerade gefunden haben, den gehen wir gleich. Ich rede erstmal mit der Dame hier.
Speak to. Excuse me, lady. Can you tell me where I am?
What do you mean, where you are? What kind of a question is that? Who's your master? Have you escaped?
Have I escaped? Hey, do you think I'm a thief or a slave?
Of course. I wasn't a slave either until we stopped paying the owner of the house, and my Theon stole a pig. A pig! He could have stolen a chicken, but he had to go and get his hands on a pig.
They made you slaves because you stole a pig?
No, but my Theon couldn't think of anything better to do than disappear, leaving me with 3 little mites. I used to live nice and quietly with my folk in Syracuse, but with a similar stigma. My older brother, who was my new legal owner since my father had died, wanted to marry me off again to a dirty old man who he owed money to.
And your own brother sold you as slaves?
Don't get so worked up, boy. Let me finish explaining. I never stopped hearing wonderful things about the beautiful capital of Attica, the fabulous Athens, where there's work for everybody, so I decided to set off for there with my 3 little ones. The pirates attacked us in mid-sea, where nobody could defend our rights. I explained it 1,000 times to the magistrates, but who was there to prove it? A woman alone, no husband, no father, no brother. I made up a great story all about a missing family, but they didn't believe me.
My God, it sounds like a terrible story.
Well, I can't really complain. I was lucky enough to finish up in this house. Here, I'm useful and respected, and I'm with my 3 little ones. You should know there are free men who live worse than slaves. We have food and shelter, and there are laws to protect us from abuse from our masters. And you must understand that there's nowhere that respects laws more than in this house. It's the house of the town governor.
This is the house of the town governor?
Of course, didn't you know? A wise and just man. The lady is his wife. Look, what are you asking all these questions for? You haven't come here to replace our big blubbery Eumeo, have you? While he's still in bed because of his stupid, excessive gluttony.
Eumeo? Should I know him?
The cook! He gets fatter and clumsier every day, and he can't reach the top shelves. Only yesterday, a fit of overeating sent him off to bed, and I asked the mistress to call for a cook, because I'm too old to be doing with all this. If you haven't come to work, you better leave me alone. I've still got to make bread and pitta for 8 people.
Old lady.
Okay. Die muss also jetzt Essen machen. Und der Koch ist nicht mehr da, weil der fette Schurke sich irgendwie überfressen hat und jetzt im Bett liegt. Und der trotzdem immer fetter wird und immer tollpatschiger und deswegen irgendwie gar nicht mehr so richtig kochen kann. Deswegen, ja, brauchen sie eigentlich einen neuen Koch. Und sie dachte jetzt, dass ich der neue Koch wäre. Oh oh.
Speak to.
If you haven't come to work, you better leave me alone. I've still got to make bread and pitta for 8 people.
Ah, okay.
Old lady.
Gut, die sagt nichts mehr.
Cupboard with tape basket, fishing pick, patio and arched walkway.
Jetzt gehen wir mal hier hin.
Go to.
Gucken, wo wir hier hinkommen. Ah.
Kitchen.
Also hier kommen wir in die Küche. Aha, da sind Wachen, die sich da aufgestellt haben. Können wir mit ihm sprechen? Können wir auch nicht.
Look at. I've definitely had something that didn't agree with me tonight. These soldiers standing guard in the passageway are dressed like the men on the covers of Jana's books, the Iliad and the Odyssey. And they don't look as if they're at a carnival. They look pretty convincing.
Also die sehen sehr echt aus, diese ganzen Bewacher, diese ganzen Soldaten, die da stehen, wie er sie im Buch gesehen hat. Ja, und das bestätigt so ganz allmählich meine Vermutung. Wir sind offenbar im alten Griechenland gelandet.
Left transversal door.
Left transversal door? Ich weiß nicht genau, was transversal bedeutet, aber egal.
Go to.
No, you don't, barbarian. You can't go any further this way. You've still got a lot of explaining to do.
Left transversal door.
Okay, da kommen wir nicht rein, da werden wir aufgehalten von den Guards.
Staircase.
Die Treppen?
Go to.
No, you don't,
Okay,
Staircase.
geht auch nicht.
Well.
Da ist die Quelle.
Look at the well of the house. You don't have to queue here to get a bit of water.
Ja, okay, das ist die Quelle.
Garden.
Da ist der Garten.
Mosaics.
Da sind Mosaiks.
Look at drawings made up of small pieces of ceramic and glass, showing scenes of muscular guys fighting between themselves and beautiful women talking with animals. I wouldn't exactly call it hyperrealism.
Da bellt ein Hund.
Right transversal door.
Ein rechtes Türchen.
Go to. Look, the baptism and communion room. A large square room with columns holding up a vast ceiling.
Ah.
In the middle, the ceiling is raised in the form of a small vault, and under it, the floor is sunken, like on a dance floor.
So.
Patio and patio lighting.
Dann haben wir hier...
Look at. Maybe if I rub these oil lamps, a genie will appear.
Falsches Universum, mein Freund. Falsches Universum. Du kannst hier nicht an der Öllampe reiben, weil dann keine Genie kommen wird. Das ist die orientalische 1001 Nacht. Ne? Das ist das, also das, falsches Zeitalter, unter anderem, glaube ich. Das ist, glaube ich, war ein bisschen früher mit 1001 Nacht, oder? Ich weiß gar nicht mehr so genau. Bin ich nicht so ganz firm.
Door with curtain.
Eine Tür mit einem Vorhang.
Open.
Hey! Can you see it's occupied?
Oops, sorry. Door with curtain.
Gut, das war dann also die andere Seite des Klos. In Ordnung.
Decoration.
Die Dekoration.
Look at. Garlands made with olive and laurel leaves. Today's local festival day. Hippie style.
Mhm. Okay.
Door.
Eine Tür.
Go to. The first thing that I see on the left near the corner is something that looks like a barbecue.
Okay, wir sind jetzt wieder...
Garden. Left door.
Wir sind jetzt wieder hier.
Main door.
Können wir hier rein? Durch das Haupttor?
Open.
Ach, da waren wir gerade.
Look. The baptism.
Ja, okay. Da waren wir
Patio
gerade.
and arched lighting. Patio. Door. Multicolored statues.
Ach, oh, die habe ich ganz vergessen. Hier sind auch noch
Look
was.
at all those athletes and women with their clothes falling off, painted in glaring colours and with pink skin, as if they were real. I wouldn't want to walk down here at night on my way to the toilet. Divans.
Huch! Oh, Moment, Entschuldigung. Jetzt ist hier gerade was aufgegangen. Sorry, das muss ich gerade mal... Ups, sorry. Moment, ich fix das mal eben. So, da sind wir wieder. Ja, so ist das nun mal bei Nichtsehenden. Die brauchen einen Screenreader und der Screenreader hat manchmal auch Updates in irgendeiner Form. Und das hat man jetzt gerade gesehen. Der wollte sich gerade mal updaten, beziehungsweise eine Komponente davon. Ja. Okay.
Multi-Divans.
Ich hatte schon gedacht, mein Windows wäre abgestürzt. Beziehungsweise mein Spiel. So, Divans, da wollte ich hingucken.
Look at. Hey, my father would love those divans piled with cushions, but eating stretched out like that must be really uncomfortable.
Okay, ich weiß gerade nicht, was Divans sind. Da bin ich gerade des Englischen nicht mächtig soweit.
Side tables.
Tische.
Look at. Cups and amphoras full of wine, water, milk, and that's honey.
Wow. Lecker.
Boys.
Oh.
Look at. I'd say these two guys taking down the garlands must be more or less the same age as me. Must be the fashion of the young to have the head shaven like that. Or has it got anything to do with being slaves? Best not to ask.
Ich glaube auch, ja. Ich glaube nämlich tatsächlich, den Sklaven wurden damals auch die Haare geschoren. Auf kürzeste Länge. Ha! Kürzeste Länge. Verstehst du? Kürzeste Länge. Und, ja, das, reden wir mal mit denen. Können wir mit denen?
Speak to. Hey boys, do you speak my language?
Sorry, but it's you who's speaking ours.
Okay. Don't let's spin this out anymore. You all act very well, but own up once and for all. Is this a hippie community? Or are we at some kind of traditional festival?
Well, there's no way we're having a party. When our masters have a celebration, we have to work twice as much.
But you have to admit that tonight we eat twice as much too.
Yes, but we only get the leftovers.
Well, anyway, no, there's no party.
It had to be put off because of that fatty Umio, who eats twice as fast as he cooks. Our sister Cassandra has no idea of the culinary arts, and our mother isn't up to that kind of thing anymore.
Anyway, at the banquets in this house, the food is the least important thing. In this Andron, which is now so sad and empty, lots of lovers of words get together, who more than eat come to the symposium which is given after. where they talk with our master Pericles of many ideas about good government for the city and the League of Delos,
And about beauty, love, and happiness.
but also about evil, rage, and sadness.
They talk and talk until sunrise, and I don't know if they solve anything. But, of course, they concern themselves about everything.
But anyway, so far as today's concerned, there isn't a symposium to speak of. Excuse us, foreigner. We have to take the decorations down before lunchtime.
Boys,
Okay, die müssen also Arbeit verrichten. Und die wissen natürlich nicht, wovon wir sprechen. Ob das eine Hippie-Community ist oder sonst irgendwas. So,
boys.
das war's wohl.
Side tables, divans, multicolored statues.
Die haben wir schon angeguckt, oder? Ja, doch.
Door.
Okay, dann gehen wir da wieder
Go
raus.
The first thing that...
Ja. So.
Garden. Left door.
Das war die Küche.
Main door. Right door.
Da waren wir schon, ne?
Open.
It's occupied. Haven't you got eyes in your head?
Listen, there's no way of telling if you don't put a bolt on or something.
A bolt? Who are you? What are you talking about?
Okay, let's drop it, shall we? I'm having a really bad week. Right door.
Okay.
Right door. Main door.
Okay, da waren wir
Left
jetzt
door.
überall.
Garden.
Gehen wir mal zurück in den
Go
Garten.
to. It's the beautiful, enormous garden of...
Ja, okay.
Stable. Young companion.
Reden wir mal mit der
Speak
nochmal.
Boy, do not tempt the gods. Until now, you have been very lucky.
Ja.
Young lady.
Können wir jetzt mit der reden?
Speak to.
Oh ja.
Foreigner, you are a reckless person. With that secret sign on your arm, you should be hiding and trusting in the protection of the gods, rather than roaming around the house.
Look here, Cassandra, I think you're going over the top a bit.
I don't understand this mysterious language of yours.
At last you have awoken. What confusion you have caused, strange boy.
Oh.
Perhaps now you can explain everything. How did you manage to get into our kitchen last night without
Was?
the guard which surrounds the whole house seeing you?
Was?
And why did you do it? If you then neither stole nor ate anything, but instead fell asleep on the table. Were you more tired than hungry, you little thief?
I'm not a thief. I'm a cook.
Oh.
That's why I made my way into the kitchen. I heard this house needed a cook. There wasn't anybody here. The door was open, I was very tired, and I fell asleep.
Boy, there's no need to go on. That is all an enormous elaborate story you're inventing now. 'Tis true that neither your manners nor your clothes appear to be those of a thief, but you are a foreigner, that is obvious. Possibly a slave who is trying to disappear and who has let his hair grow to put people off the scent. Until this strange occurrence has been explained, my master Pericles has given the order not to let you go. It makes no difference to me, but this house is full of guards.
And where is, our master Pericles?
Now he is attending to important matters in the city. Perhaps he will come tonight, but I do not think so. Since the dinner has been postponed, it is possible he will stay in Athens. The lord and master of this house is before all else an untiring servant of the people.
Well, you've been very lucky, my lady, though I say it myself. I'm an exceptional cook
Was?
and a specialist in organising unforgettable celebrations.
Was?
You don't have to cancel your symposium. Tell the Master Pericles to come along at the time that's been fixed. Everything will be ready.
'Tis not so easy, boy. In the end, we have nothing prepared. We have neither musicians nor dancers, and we have not even brought any food. But above all, we are missing the most important thing, the guests. We have not informed anybody.
We'll have to get cracking then. The sooner we start, the sooner we'll finish.
My goodness, barbarian, your drive surprises me. My master Pericles will be delighted to talk with you, since what he likes most is determination and efficiency. But even if you organise everything, if you want him to set you free, you will have to give him a good explanation, as he will not be easily deceived.
So, will you let me try?
Let us do this. If you are able to cook a good meal for midday and prepare everything this afternoon, the dishes, the entertainment, and all that is needed, then we can try to inform a few friends. I do not know if you are going to be up to the task, and you will appreciate that we cannot trouble them for nothing. Go into the city and do what is necessary. Take with you Cassandra, who will guide you around busy Athens, and a couple of guards who will also have to go with you. I cannot take upon myself the risk that you might run off as soon as you see the door open. Do you accept my proposal?
I do.
Very good then. I shall give the necessary instructions.
The mistress has given me these clothes for you, so you can take off those outlandish barbarians' garments.